So we are here with another one of our wonderful guests, Terry, who has emailed us, and she's a big coffee drinker, but what's your issue?
It is the coffee cups. I don't want to keep on throwing those away. I need something to be recycling. Sometimes I forget my cup, and so I want to be a little more minded in using the ecology and that kind of thing.
Right, which is a very good lesson that we want everyone to go by. So I think somebody has come up with a very creative way for us to go ahead and take care of those cups that you put on your coffee mug and be resourceful.
I sure have. We're going to make coffee cups.
Dun-dun. I bet you're so proud you're talking about joke. So what are these made out of?
These are actually made out of wool felt and cotton batting. So that will absorb the heat similar to the cardboard on the coffee cups that you get when you go to your coffee shops. So I'm going to show you how we can do this, and it's really super easy. So let's just put these aside, Megan. So take your coffee, well, what do they call these at the coffee stores? You know what they call
Wraps.
Those wraps? I think this is
coffee.
whatever, the
Yeah,
wraps. Any coffee shop that you go to always has these cardboard wraps. Carefully take it apart, and that becomes your pattern. And so what we're going to do is we're going to lay that out on, this is wool felt and cotton batting.
Now, is there a specific reason that you're using the wool felt?
Because I want to absorb the heat.
Okay.
So the wool and the cotton batting will absorb the heat similar to the cardboard. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to just take my cardboard and I'm going to lay it down on the wool felt. And what I've done is I've layered wool felt, cotton batting, and another piece of wool felt. Okay, 2 pins holds it down. And so I just, then I set my coffee rubber and then I actually cut it out after that. So you want to lay it down and trace around the edge.
Okay.
Simple, right?
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
really easy. Then what we're going to do is go to your sewing machine. No, don't worry, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can do this with a simple running base stitch.
What if you're not a good sewer?
It's time that you learn. And it's really a good way to start getting into sewing again. A lot of people are getting to their mom's sewing machines, and it's just a straight stitch. So you're just going to follow your line all the way around the edge. Okay?
Oh, that would be great.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all the sewing that you have to do. Rest of it's gluing and having fun.
See, I can do the gluing and fun part. I'm just hesitant about sewing.
Oh no, it's fun. And you know what? We gotta get you on a sewing machine.
I know.
So what we're gonna do is then, Terry, what I want you to do is I'm gonna use pinking shears, and I want you to cut. And I'm gonna get this started. We're gonna cut right about a 1/4 inch of the edge away. You see how I'm doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, and go now. It takes a little pressure because we're going through three heavy layers.
Okay.
But go ahead and just cut all the way around the edge.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Boy, this is so easy.
It's very easy, and you want to line up when you're using pinking shears. Be sure you line up the pinks as you go along. Those little jig-jags or whatever they're called. Jig-jags. And then that way you'll have a nice even flow of your zigzags all the way around the edge. You can stop there, and I have one already done.
Oh, TV magic.
Look at this.
But isn't that cool?
So cool. Look at that. I like that.
And so
Sorry.
really this is back to the simple sewing part, because you're not turning it inside out, which you normally would be doing, and having all this. This is just, and this wool felt is great. As you can see, it cuts beautiful. There's no ragged edges. So now we have our cuff completely done. Here's our cuff. And so you can see when you put it up to the piece of cardboard, it's the same thing as the cardboard. Okay, so now we're recycling. We don't have to keep reusing cardboard all the time.
Yeah.
But
I love
now
this.
we have to personalize it. We got to have a little bit of fun. So
I
how
love
we're
this
going to
fun.
do that is we're going to, this is the one we're making actually today, Terry, is we are die cutting out a tag out of felt, and we're going to do a T for Terry.
Oh.
And then I'm going to show you the rest of it. So Meg, could you help us out and bring that up here?
Ta-da!
Yay!
Yay. Oh,
Our
this
great
is so
big
nice.
shot here. Okay. Now die cutting is so cool and really a lot of fun. So Megan, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Yes, you can do this. Pull the 2 wafers out.
Okay.
Put the big tag on top, facing up. No, actually facing down.
Yeah.
There we go, facing down, but you have to put the felt on it
Oh,
first.
duh.
And we only really need the big tag
And
on
am I
this
using
one.
just one piece?
One piece of green. And you want to kind of make sure, yeah. Oh, look at you. Oh,
See, I can do the simple things.
Okay, then we're going to put it in. Go ahead.
Just go on top.
Yes, it goes on top.
Okay.
Put it in. Okay, Terry, go ahead and just twirl the handle towards you. There you go.
Whoa. And it's gonna go all the way through
It
the
goes
felt.
all the way through. Bring it up.
Wool felt, really?
Now turn it over, Megan. There you go. And pull out the tag.
Oh, cool. That is so neat.
And there's the tag.
I
Okay,
like
that's
that.
cool. So set that one aside. We have
I'm
one.
like,
Okay,
what?
we have one more. We have one more to do. Now we're going to do a T for Terry, obviously. Now this is actually really wool. I mean, just
Wool from the sheep.
well.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I already put the piece of wool on the
Okay.
T. Put that in there.
face down.
Face down again.
And just sandwich
Put it
it.
as a sandwich.
Okay.
It's a die cut sandwich. Now Terry, go ahead and do the honors.
Towards no,
Towards
away
you.
or towards
you. There you go.
Oh, cool.
Megan, okay, there you go.
There you go, Megan.
It just will go on its own now. Pull it out.
Oh,
and
how
now
cool.
stop. And voila, we have the T. So it's really cool die cut. You can use fabric in the die cut machine and it's really fabulous. So let's put the big shot down.
Okay.
And we'll move this out of the way and we're going to finish up our cuff.
This is so neat.
Isn't that
I
fun?
love this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take some glue, and this is fabric tack. This is a great glue. It tacks fabric to fabric, anything. This actually was
Oh, I
punched
didn't
the
pop
little,
the hole up.
it popped the little hole out too. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue down the tag, but before we glue that down the tag, we're going to take a little piece of ribbon, and we're going to just put it through and make a little knot so it looks like we've actually have ribbon on the tag. And it's just kind of fun. It gives a little extra dimension. I always be so jealous when you're going and getting your coffee.
Well, this is so cute.
So you're just going to attach it like so. I'm going to just trim it off. We don't want that long.
You know, what a good
Okay.
idea for a teacher's gift, you know?
And so we're going to, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue. It's really important when you are using the fabric tack that you put the lid right back on, because this, just you need to do it or it starts drying out. So just a little bit of glue around the edge.
Wouldn't this be
Like
nice
so.
for our coworkers and everything? I like
I'm
this
just thinking of all the
idea.
things you can use, and it's not just for coffee. I mean, like I'm a big hot chocolate person when it gets cold.
Any
'Cause I
hot
don't-
drinks.
I don't do coffee.
Okay,
I
any
haven't gotten
tea drinkers.
Tea
too.
This is true.
drinkers.
This is true.
How about water bottles?
You could do water too.
She's like, I'm just trying to decorate everything.
Yeah. Well, I like
And if
this
you were
idea.
doing water bottles, you could do the same version, but you probably wouldn't need to have the wool felt. You could just probably use your polyester felt on it, because you don't need to keep the water bottle from burning your hand.
Yeah, but you know how they
And
get
then-
sweaty? It would be nice to identify, you know, when people are wearing
And then I'm going to just lay
Oh,
your,
look
little,
at
your
this.
little tea there.
How
And then
cute.
the really fun way to decorate these up is to go to buttons. You can get all kinds of fun, funky buttons. I went to my old jar of buttons that I actually got at an antique store, dumped them out, had a lot of fun, and you'll see some of the really cool ones we did a little bit later. And then I'm going to pick one of the buttons out here. I think the yellow looks really pretty.
Definitely.
And then you are going to have to sew one more time, Megan. And we're just going to knot the thread. And we'll just pretend I did knot it. And we're just going to sew that button right on. Just go up through the top and come back down. And sew it on. Okay? And then you would do a couple more times so it doesn't fall off, all right? And then cut your thread off. And to finish it off, what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and cut our thread off here. And now to finish it off, you have it like so. You're just going to simply curve it around. And one side has a little kind of a notch on it. You're going to just overlap about a ½ inch. You're going to take your buttons again, and you're going to sew your buttons, so like a cuff on a sleeve, so a coffee cuff.
Oh, how cute.
And now we'll go back to our sample here, And there's it done right here. I actually ran a little bit of glued a little ribbon down just to
Cute.
add a little bit of extra pizzazz to it. And there you have your coffee cup.
Oh,
Very
this is
creative.
perfect. And you know, it would even fit in my wallet. I think, you know what I mean? Or my
Like,
purse.
what
I
size
could
wallet are you using?
but I could take it to the coffee place when I'm paying for my coffee.
And while you take a look at some other great examples of how to decorate those coffee cups, we want to give a special thanks to Sally's Coffee Cafe for the use of their coffee house today, and to Allison's Big Shot die cut machine for the use on our project.
So good. Oh,
Another
thank
fabulous
you.
idea, and I hope we've solved your issue.
Oh yeah, and I'm recycling. I like that idea.
So, Terry, when creativity knocks, open
Open the door.
door.